So Uber introduces a new feature to let riders discreetly snitch on their drivers about safety, about our driving style, right? And I'll play you this little video clip in a second. But, the sad thing, two sad things. Firstly, it's always around the rider. The driver is left out of the conversation, right? Secondly, too many riders, again, are going to abuse this feature, and sadly, it will lead to more wrongful deactivations. Mark my words, right? Uber never really thinks things all the way through. They are concentrated on the rider, the paying person. They tend to ignore the driver who brings in the money, right? But they do not, I repeat, they do not want to lose a rider. So what is one of the riders' biggest concerns? Obviously, safety. Uber and Lyft have a lot to do in this department of safety. So they come out with this feature. Let me just play you the video. Open the safety toolkit, report your safety issue, describe your safety concern, and we are committed to your safety. We are committed to the rider's safety. There's nothing out here, my friends. It's laughable, right, about the driver, that they actually have something or an equivalent video for the driver's safety. But, visit the link beneath my video. Great article by The Verge. Uber updated its app to let riders discreetly report instances that may not rise to the level of an emergency, but still made them feel unsafe while on a trip, right? This is going to open up a lot of wrongful abuse, my friends. The examples that Uber gives include harsh braking, inappropriate remarks, or a driver who isn't paying attention to the road. But I'm sure many people who use Uber can come up with a litany of ways to use this new reporting feature. Absolutely. So be prepared to get some feedback from Uber, sadly. Lately, Uber has been trying to strike a balance between improving safety for riders and recognizing that drivers can be victims too. The company recently released its first safety report in which it disclosed that 3,045 sexual assaults occurred during Uber trips in 2018. Additionally, 9 people were murdered during Uber rides and 58 people died in auto-related crashes. Interestingly, Uber said that drivers reported being victims of assaults at roughly the same rate as riders. Of course, you're doing your job, right, on a Friday and Saturday night, and you have a lot of wild, rambunctious, drunk people that you are driving around, right? So it's not just a one-way street, right? We get to feel it as well. So this is what it looks like. Report safety issue. Thank you for reporting your safety issue. You click on that button there. You then submit. My driver doesn't have a phone mount. Anything they want to bitch and cry about, they can submit there. It's not going to be good. Uber introduced an in-app panic button in 2018 that lets riders contact 911 at the touch of a button. But obviously not all safety instances require calling the cops. Now riders can subtly snitch on their drivers from the right in the app. Uber says the feature is intended to give riders the opportunity to report inappropriate behavior during a trip when it's on the top of their mind rather than at the end of the trip. The feature is available starting today in the United States and Canada. Ouch. By eliminating barriers to reporting safety issues, our goal is to encourage more reporting or wrongful reporting, which will ultimately help make the app safer for everyone. The hope, of course, is that this new feature isn't abused. Here we go. All right, so I'm glad they addressed this. The hope, of course, is that this new feature isn't abused by riders to report their drivers for insignificant slights, like not driving fast enough or failing to comport themselves in a way that's expected by the rider. Riders already hold a lot of sway over drivers through the rating system. Drivers are routinely deactivated for falling below a certain level. Riders can be deactivated too but that happens much less frequently. I'm glad that Verge is bringing this up, right? Back in the day, we had taxis and passengers and no illusions of community. Taxis also had partitions between drivers and riders, and probably for good reason, but ride-sharing companies have ushered in an era of part-time drivers, fist bumps, and an evolving dynamic in the car that Uber is still struggling to define. So I'll put the article there for you. Again, I've showed you the video. Mark my words, it's coming, right? I will get more and more texts and emails, sadly, of for wrongful deactivations, right? Wrongful deactivations, because riders will use and misabuse the system. Mark my words. Have a great day.